Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all know what it is, man. Welcome back, everybody, to those Casual Reds show. Well, it's those Casual Reds tomorrow. This is the South got something to say. I'm sorry, I'm out of sorts, so that's what will happen. That's what will happen when you get your ass kicked by West Ham. You'll be out of sorts. But what's going on with everybody, man? Shouts to everybody that's in the building. Everybody going. Hope everybody's week is going good. Having a good, productive Monday. I'm doing pretty well. My health is a little better. Still feeling a little ill. Still trying to figure out what's going on with me, but everything else is going pretty good. But let's talk about this United team that's sorry as hell. That's not doing too well. Um, it's just me tonight. We're just gonna go over quick the game, our expectations with AMORIM, some injury news, some transfer news, and then we'll pretty much run it like that. Shouts to everybody that's gonna watch now, watch it later on. And yeah, let's get straight into it. Man United gets the ass whooped by West Ham at the crib. Ain't too much to say about that, bro. Straight comprehensive victory for West Ham. They didn't really get out of second gear. And then when people are going to be like, Mike, well, we had the chances and the XG was crazy for the second half, brother. West Ham scored those 2 goals and sat back on us, bro. Wan-Bissaka had a game on us. It's actually pretty crazy how that happened. But it's kind of crazy how like guys who used to play for United always tend to show up against United. Always, always, always. I asked ChatGPT, what's the percentage of us winning when the opposition has a Man United player of 1 to 3 years in their team, and they told me to go screw off. So we'll just go with that. I just know Wan-Bissaka had a game against us. Wan-Bissaka is. I'm not gonna turn around like we should have got rid of Wan-Bissaka. We shouldn't have. No, that guy had to go. But kudos to him. Kudos to him. Yeah, man, just falling asleep, looking rusty, looking crusty, looking dusty. We look bad, bro. We didn't look good, and it's something about where we are in your. No, I get it. Like we're in Europa League final. People, their minds have switched off. But you're at Old Trafford. You're at the house. You're at the crib. You need to protect the house. That's what needs to happen. And you're not doing that. You're not protecting the house. You're not uh, uh, playing to your best ability. And if this is your best ability, that's a shame. So questions are arising now. And I see the rumblings in the fan base. I see it. Who doesn't see it? I see it. And people are starting to look at AMORIM a little funny. I don't look at AMORIM crazy at all. But I think there's some questions that need to be had of this team. And AMORIM kind of pissed me off a little bit talking about training. Like, we didn't have enough time to train. Bro, it's May, bro. It's May. It's May. You've been with this Man United team for about 10, I was going to say 10 years. About 5 months now, right? There ain't no amount of training that you need to do with the amount of games that you're playing that's going to change this. It's not going to change it. Like, these guys are down in tools. They're thinking about Bilbao. They're thinking about getting their son on in about 8 or 9 days. They're not thinking about playing West Ham for relatively nothing. But this is a sad season for us, guys. This is sad. As much as we were saying, like, yo, we don't care, just look towards the Europa League. And then I don't like losing like this, and in no stretch of the imagination. And I will also go ahead and say I didn't mind losing. I just want to see some fight. But these guys aren't even fighting now. They're not even fighting. The calamity that is Rasmus Højlund is insane. And it's like we go up, we play Bilbao, and it's kind of a testament to how bad Europa League is that we're undefeated in that competition, but we have 16 losses in the Premier League. We have our record number of losses in a while in the Premier League, but we have an undefeated Europe that we're looking at, right? We're not even the best. We were undefeated, right, for the entire stretch, and we still wasn't the best team in the conversation. We weren't the best team in the competition. There wasn't a conversation to be had about us. It's sad. This season don't make any sense whatsoever. I'm going to just go ahead and say that. It makes zero sense to me that we are this sorry. Makes no sense, bro. It makes no sense. Yeah. So game against West Ham, not much to discuss. Guys down in tools, just not good enough. Harry MS, welcome to the Premier League. He got shown what it's like to be in the Premier League. Didn't have his best game. Rasmus Højlund once again doing what he does, and it's like if Bruno doesn't rescue us, if Bruno doesn't figure it out, then we're screwed. West Ham, the entire season has been below us, just about the entire season, and they've done us twice. The sixth team to do us on the double. The sixth team, bro. After a while, you have to start asking questions. Why can't we string together more than one win at a time? Now, do I care in the long scheme of it? No, I don't care. This season's been a wash. The league's been a wash. We knew that. Nobody's crazy about that. Nobody's dizzy about that. But we got to see fight, man. I got to see some fight. I got to see some guys going out there and trying. You guys are getting paid a big wage. You're at home. I got to see it. And I'm not saying they aren't. I'm just saying it doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it. We look rudderless as normal. We just did Bilbao 7-1 on aggregate, bro. Where's the goals going to come from? Where's the goals? We just did Bilbao 7-1 on aggregate. And we can't score a goal against West Ham. They're shit. But this whole season, what I've been asking, for all the viewers, for everybody that's been tapped in with us, what I've been asking this whole season, what is our level? We know our level now. Our level is West Ham and Tottenham. We are the best of the relegated sides. The relegated sides are who we've been able to beat. We are the best of the rest. That's what we are. Honestly, I didn't see it getting this bad on the AMORIM. No, Mr. Green, 110%. And I have to look at AMORIM a little bit. I think it's crazy. You know, this fan base can be crazy because it's like if you say anything against the new manager, you're not backing him. I'm still backing him. I still think I think he's a football mind, and I think he can make good tactical changes and man management. I think he's a great manager, but I have questions about why we're not able to do well in the Premier League. What is it? Because look, we're playing sides. We're in the Europa League. We're playing sides like in La Liga sides, Spanish sides, French sides, right? Their game is a little slower than ours. It's a little less aggressive. I will say I will give you that. I will give you that. So we're able to have the ball. We don't have to think so much. But it took about 2 or 3 of those games. We had to get a man sent off for us to really get going. So how much is it? How much is it the fact that they're in a different league and they play a different way? Yo, nobody's above reproach. Mr. Green, 100%. Nobody is above reproach at this football club. I'm telling you, especially when you're in 16th. When you're in 16th, you are don't even look like you can't get criticized. Everybody can be criticized. Everybody. There's always room for improvement. Nobody's perfect. Nobody. So to you fans, that's like, oh, well, you Man United fans, as soon as you start, bro, we could say what we want. We could ask questions, and the questions are on AMORIM now. It's up to him to answer it. What did Shedeur Sanders say this week? He said, it's not up to me to prove y'all wrong. I got to prove me right. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with it. I have questions of AMORIM. What is he doing to get these guys? Because it's like, as much as you don't care and you want to play a weak team, and like we've been flip-flopping on that, why can't we beat West Ham? Why can't we string together 2 or 3 wins in the Premier League? These are questions that I have to ask. I think he's going to lose his job. I'll be real with you, bro. You can't win 6 games in the Premier League from when you come in and keep your job. I'm not calling for him to get fired. I'm not calling for that. But like any other manager, what's it now? 6-22? Bro, that's firing settings. You're by yourself. That's fine. I'm not by myself. I'm on the internet, and people are saying the same thing. I go on the internet and I gauge what people are saying. People are saying the same thing. I'm not coming up with this by myself. You might think differently, and that's fine. Everybody's allowed to an opinion. I'm not saying sack him. I'm just saying this kind of form right here is tightening the leash on him. Oh yeah, yes, on the show I am by myself. I'm sorry. I thought you meant like my opinion. But yeah, I'm by myself. Nobody else wanted to get on, so I just went on. But shouts to Sean. That's Sean, right? The Dirt, 1983. Is that what the year you were born? I don't know. Shouts to Sean though. Yeah. Just in general, bro. I think this is crazy. It's crazy that this is an abysmal record. And I think what I am thinking is that all of those people that are like us, like most of us at Stateside Reds, we're AMORIM in. I think all of us are AMORIM in, right? With these losses, all it's doing is tightening the leash for the believers. Like, you'll have 10 games. Nuno lost his job at Spurs after 10 games. Exactly. I think the next 10 games in the first bit of the season is going to tell if he could get a run of form going there, it's going to tell everything for the season. That's where I was going to with it, Mr. Green, 100%. 100%. I was going right there. I think before we were like 18 months, let's give him 18 months. Now it's like, even for the believers, people are like, okay, we might need to start looking a different way. Rooney lost his job with the same record. You know what I'm saying? This record is insane. We have to ask. You're not doing better than the guy before you. So what is it? Now, to be fair, he hasn't got his guys in. But if I'm playing devil's advocate, the guy that you signed in January he's not looking too good. Your first signing doesn't look good. And I know we're in the beginning, we're like, yo, we just need a couple more Dorgus. Let's just sign a few more guys like Dorgu. He works hard. I hadn't seen enough yet. But right now, that form is tanking. It looks really bad. He looks unprepared and unready. Now, he's going to need more time. I'm not trying to dog out Dorgu. That's bars. I'm not trying to dog him out. But at the same time, this is your signing, and this is how he's performing. That's all people are going to see. And in this football world, nuance is a motherfucker in this football world, right? And we oftentimes just see, we see what's in front of us right here, and we give no context. And we don't give even the grace of context whatsoever. We just see what's in front of us, and that's just what it is. I'm guilty of it a lot of the time, and then I have to go back and look and figure it out and look at the extra stuff on it. But right now, the results to win 6 games in 22, I think that's the stat, if I'm not mistaken. That's insane, bro. People lose their jobs for that. And I think the Europa League is keeping them in it. Because think about it, if we got trounced, if we didn't make it out our group, let's just say, because he gets it mid-group stage, right? If we didn't make it out of our group, let's hypothetically think here, and y'all let me know what you think. If we don't make it out our group, right, and we then still go on this run and end in 17th or 16th, because that's what's on the cards. I think we'll be in 16th. I think Spurs will lock that up for us. But we don't. We get slapped out of the group stage, and then we end up in 16th. AMORIM has to lose his job at that point, right? Like it's a bullet that he loses his job at that point, right? I wouldn't say it was right, but like, what other manager could lose this much and then get thrown out of the competition that we need to go to? This is the weirdest conundrum we're in. We're fighting for our life, and it's kind of diminishing the cup in a way. In a way, Spurs and United being in the Europa League, don't get me wrong, it kind of diminishes the final. It's actually it's a blight on the final. It's an ugly looking final. People are calling it the Banter Cup, El Shitico. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that it means so much to us for the trajectory of the football club is sad. It's almost embarrassing now. Like, now that I'm over the whole, yo, man, we made it. It's Bilbao, United, undefeated, and I really sit down and deep it, and then I take an L to West Ham like this, I'm like, yo. And then I'm listening to Wenger and all them kind of, man, Boglahor, And man like that talk about, yo, y'all niggas don't belong in this. What are y'all, you know? I almost agree with them a little bit, you know? Now, rules are rules. Rules are rules. If you win Europa, you have to go through a knockout stage to get there. That's the legitimate part about it. We got there. So cry more. Everybody cry more. Cry more. I think we goes if he loses. Yeah, 100%. I think we give him until November next season regardless. I think they would. No. They're going to because he's their guy. I think Mark Green was saying that in the chat. Shouts to Mark Green. He was saying that he's the Ineos guy. So, like, of course, I think they're going to ride out with him. You know what I'm saying? But just imagine the 16th and 17th position is fighting for a Europa League title. Deep that for a second. Oh, shouts to Cheese. Yeah, man. We're a traumatized and numb fan base. Yeah. Enough respect for holding it down today, Mike. Yo, I actually like to do stuff like this. I'm kind of like Bill Burr. I just go off and rant. I do this in my house by myself, so it's cool. I agree, but they will give him the summer and his player and then sack him. Yeah, bro. Sean, this picture is hilarious, bro. This is you, right, Sean? This is you. This picture is hilarious. It's very good. It looks just like you. Who did that? That's a good picture. I need one of those. But yeah, bro. I think it's just tightening the opinion. It's changing the opinion of some of the faithful. And I 100% agree that we need to look at that record. We need to give him the guys. He needs a whole window. He needs a window, and he needs to make it to January next. But these guys aren't helping him out. But I'm looking at what everybody's saying about, it just shouldn't be fair. This season, rules are rules, 100%. But it's embarrassing. Long story short, it's embarrassing, bro. It is 100% embarrassing to be in this final. A final's a final, but it's a bad look. It's a bad fucking look. These players need to lose wages. You know how I am about the wages thing, man. If y'all want to, if Man United want to pay these guys and for the shit that they're giving them, hey, you know what I'm saying? I think a lot of these guys need to leave. And I just don't think we have the bandwidth to make this whole squad. Okay, for example, you see what Real Madrid's doing? Real Madrid is doing an overhaul because they have the money to do that. We need an overhaul, but we don't have the money. We need a whole overhaul of guys to go come in and come out. Like, that's it. But in the midst of that, in the midst of all of that, you know what I'm saying? They're winning things. They're going on to finish high and stuff. They probably won't win anything this season, well, as far as the major stuff, but at least the league, they're probably going to lose the league, but they're in the midst of a change, and they're around 1 and 2, and they're going deep into the Champions League, and they'll be there next year. Whereas we need a final to win there to get back to it, to get the money to go. This is pathetic at this point. And I'm not blaming Ineos. Not yet. Not yet. Ineos has work to do. Let's just say that. Ineos, you guys got fucking work to do. And I don't envy you. I do not envy any. Yo, just imagine if you were an Ineos type situation at your job. Like, you would be stressed. I would be stressed. And they're talking about, Sir Jim, I guess they were talking about selling Nice. What were we saying on this? What were me and Sean saying on this podcast months ago? That he needs to give up these little man clubs. No offense to Nice. No offense to Lausanne Sport. No offense. But little man, give them up. You give them up. Let them go to ownership that can run them. And you come and focus on the biggest club in the world. You have the biggest club in the world, and we're not even a feeder club we don't even have a feeder club from Nice. Nice can't even give us guys. Give them up. Put that money towards Man United. Sell Nice and commit. Buy a bigger share or pay down some of this debt. Or use that 100 or 200 million you're going to get for Nice and put that towards the 87 or 84 million that you have to pay out to players for their contracts that are no longer here. I don't know. I don't claim to know this is how it works. United need what Sporting did to let go 14 players, bring in new /loan players. I agree, But at the same time, it's like we don't have the money to bring in all those we have to figure that out. And then not only that is that we run the risk of coming back here at this point. I think it all hinges on the Champions League, and then we could do more of that. More of that can happen if we win it. Like, I think you would be in agreement with that. But we also have to worry about going down at the same time too, right? Whereas like Sporting's probably not ever going to go down. This is the closest we've come to going down. Pause. This is the closest we've come to going down in any of us have seen. Any of us. I don't care if you've been watching United since the 80s. This is the closest that you've been seeing to us going. We are the best of the worst situation. Okay? Think about that. If the bottom 3 teams weren't so fucking horrendous, we would be right there with them. Right there. Brother, we still don't have 40 points. It's May. Yo. I still get messed up about that in my head that we still don't have, back in the day coming up, Barclays men, you need 40 points. You need 40 points, 24 changes in all. The worst I've seen since 87, brother. Yeah, bro. Back in the day, you say you need 80 points and I'll keep you up. What's happening now? We might not get that. Brother, we might be there. Do we beat Chelsea at Stamford Bridge? Let's go right into it. Do we beat Chelsea at Stamford Bridge? Do we beat Chelsea? I'm getting frustrated now because it's like I ask these questions in my head quietly and I have nobody to answer them. Now I'm asking y'all. Brian, big up Brian. And Matt, Academy kids will play a crucial part in the rebuild, which is why we've been signing U18, U21 talent. No. Yeah, we don't. I don't know because everyone will be out for the final. See? And then look, we'll save all these guys for the final, save all of them, do all of that goodness, right? And then fuck around and not win that shit. We are staring down the barrel of oblivion. That on the other end of that fucking in that fucking chamber for that shotgun that's pointed in our face, right? We're looking at the prospect of not getting Champions League and not being able to progress this team and having a 17th place finish. That's disgusting, gang. That is disgusting. Not for the final, for the future. About the U18, U21, bro. I hate to be that guy. I don't hate to be that guy, but I will be that guy. The thing is with that, right, is that a good percentage of those guys won't play here. Like 80% of them won't play at Man United full time. 80% won't be here long term. 80, 90. So hopefully we can get a lot of them and get some good value for money for them while they're performing. I mean, there's Shola Shoretire, Angel Gomes, Cameron Borthwick Jackson, Tyler Blackett. You know what I'm saying? What's his name? Willie Kambala. Like all guys we big him up. God, they're gonna come through. They're gonna do this. We gave Kambala playtime, and he said, "You know what? I got a taste of that playtime. I want to go get that someplace else." That's all on the cards, bro. That's all on the cards. A lot of these guys won't be here. No, we do not beat Chelsea at the Bridge. I don't think we beat. If we lose the final, my phone goes off for a month now. If we lose the final, I don't feel good about it. I'll be real. I don't feel good about it. Only because I feel because it's so looming that we can lose. You know what I'm saying? It just the prospect of losing would just. I'm trying not to, but I know that Tuesday night I'm gonna be G'd up and ready for it. I'm gonna be on some fuck Tottenham kind of rare tear business. Well, let me just pay some bills real quick. We get about 30 minutes in, 25 minutes in. Let me pay some bills. Shouts to Red Devil Threads, reddevilthreads.com. You see them right here in this corner. Bam. And then you point that way. Okay, that's my wall. But Red Devil Threads right there, reddevilthreads.com. Sign up today. Subscription package. You can get all kinds of fly stuff. I got my stuff. Love it. Wearing it. Going out. People asking me where I got it from. Red Devil Threads, baby. And if you type in Stateside Reds for your promo code, 10%. That helps the show. That helps Red Devil Threads because everybody likes money. That helps us out. And you get some fly stuff to your crib. Not too crazy of a subscription fee. And boom, you got anti-glazer wear at your crib. You ain't paying the Glazers nothing, and you still look fly, and you represent the gang. So, shouts to Red Devil Threads for being one of our sponsors. Gonna have some good. If you come down to Atlanta and you gonna come watch United play Everton, Red Devil Threads will get you right. So, shouts to Red Devil Threads for the sponsor. Also, Valorian, Manukian, LL, and Shakinian LLP, best law firm in California, located in Encino, California. Listen, man. Anything you need, any kind of litigation you need, slip and fall, wrongful death, wrongful accident. You know, they even beat the feds over there, bro. They beat the feds. Matter of fact, Lil Durk, you need to call up Ike and see what he could do for you because it's not looking good, brother. It's not looking good. But Ike could get you straight, man. 400,000, 200,000, 100,000, all kinds of money recovered by Valorian Manukian LLP. So give them a call, man. And you give them a call at 747-444-4444. That's 747-444-4444. Located in Encino, California, man. Tap in with them. Shouts to them for sponsoring the show. But listen, back again. What's Euro status? If he's out, we're kind of cooked. Yeah, so that's another one. It's like, why didn't you just play? Why did we play? I don't know if AMORIM was paying attention. I don't know if he wanted to keep their match sharpness. So that's how I'm gonna leave that to. I think he wants to keep these guys a little sharp still because Spurs just lost to the women's team. Oh, yo, yeah, but I don't know if he wanted to keep Euro's match sharpness up, but this is awful news. Happened with Delict. Delict is also a question. I haven't heard anything new on their status. You know how they are when they first get hurt. I have heard nothing new on it. Nothing that's in. I've heard they're like, oh, it's just a little. I don't want to say too much, but it just seems like it's a little injury. We'll know closer to the time. I think it's still too young. I still feel too young. I haven't heard anything. If y'all have, please drop it in the comments. Let me know or give me a link. I can go look at it. I'll pull it up here. But I've heard nothing substantial about his status. I've just heard that they don't think it's that bad. But the fuck does that mean to me if we have a game in 8 days if he's not playing? And he's been really good for us as of late. He's been really coming into his own as that kind of attacking defense. Like he's an attacking defender. He could, if he gallops he could keep the ball and gallop into the attacking third and make stuff happen. That's amazing. That's what we need. Martinez was doing that for us. Remember Martinez did that against City? And that's what Pep was like, man, you know what? Martinez was able to pass through us so good, we couldn't handle it. I don't know. I fear they're both going to be out for Bilbao. Yo, let me tell you something. Because that's when it goes down to, are you guys injured or are you just hurt? Right? Are you injured? Injury, like you cannot play? Or are you just hurt? Because now you got to, because now I play in that game. Like knee, toe, whatever the case would be, if I'm just hurt. But if I'm injured, I might not play. All right. 100. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And then, would you take Sean Dice or Sam Allen? Yo, listen here. And then, I've never seen you on this channel, so big up you. Shouts to you. Don't disrespect Megan. Are you insane? Sean Dice, so we could play long ball, so we could play hoofball. And I think Big Sam is good for if we want to not go down. If we want to not get relegated, sure, I'll take Sean Dice if we're planning on doing the rebuild in the championship. No, man, I don't rate Sean Dice as a manager. I think he's a good personality, but coaching a top side, no. Much love to Sean Dice, though. I like him as a guy. I think he's a good guy, but nah, this is a big job, and most managers can't do this job, gang. Most managers. 4-4-2 long ball, big man on top, proper football board. Listen, man, you can play that if you want, but who's good? Who's the top tier in football that's playing 4-4-2 long ball, big man, target man. Who's doing that and winning trophies? Because Liverpool ain't doing it. Barcelona ain't doing it. Real Madrid ain't doing it. PSG ain't doing it. Liverpool ain't doing it. Arsenal ain't doing it. And we got to look at those guys and get up out of there. That's the thing. De Ligt will be on bench Friday. Mark my words. All right. I hope so. Because De Ligt is really good. De Ligt is good. And I think they got a little thing going on in defense there. But then do you play De Ligt, Maguire, and Euro? Ooh, that's tough. I think we need to change a little bit, though, man. The 3-4-3. I think there's certain games that need to be changed. And we do. We go into a 5 a lot. But Brexit football, brother, it's 100% what it is. To Gimp on in the 60th, if you're on the bench, you should be able to start. That's Brian. Hey, if you say, yo, I'm ready to go, I'm putting you out there. What's there to lose besides the game? What's there to lose? Nothing to lose. So, yeah, no idea what's going on with those guys. And I think United's doing that on purpose. Shouts to them for doing that. Thanks for not letting us know if our guys are ready to go or not. Thanks for that. Rasmus Højlund, it doesn't matter if he shows up or not. He cannot play. That guy is terrible. And people were so mad over the weekend about him. They were so mad about him. I'm just like, yo, we've been watching 37 games of this. We watched 36 games of Rasmus Højlund this season, y'all. Just something around that number. 30 some odd games, 40 some odd games with him playing, and he hasn't been able to score. He hasn't been able to affect the game in a lot of them. Come on, man. Like, just jumping on Rasmus Højlund now it's just counterproductive. It's counterproductive. It does nothing. It almost makes me a little upset when I hear people start criticizing him. It's like, yeah, but we kind of knew that's what he was going to do, though. Right? Like, look at the goal he scored even. Like, that goal had to be point blank in front, and it had a way not to go in. I don't know. Would you take Pulisic? I'm an American, man. Sean says a resounding no. He failed at Chelsea. Okay. Well, I don't know. It just depends on if he'll be able to work in. I think he's a good player. It depends on if he'll be able to work in this system. That's all. Because like we're saying, like Sean, if we're going by what Sean's saying, like failed at Chelsea, it's like, yeah, but like Gyökeres was in the Prem too, right? He failed in the Prem at one point, right? And now he's killing it elsewhere. I think sometimes where you go has a good. Like look at Rashford. Rashford wasn't doing well for us, and then he was on fire for Aston Villa. So like, you know, it's just a matter of these guys are they going to give us something that we haven't seen yet, right? Are they able to? How old is Christian Pulisic right now? Like 27, something like that, 26. I wouldn't take him. You know what? For depth's sake, it depends on the price tag. For depth's sake, yeah, like if I could bring on Pulisic off the bench with 20 minutes to go, but like, would he want to do that? No, he's in a young part of his career that like he wants to play, he wants to start. He's not a role player. I think he's earned that. Same system, okay, that's cool. What does Villa play over there with Marcus Rashford? Because I could see that that's how Ollie was trying to play over there for a while, but they actually attack. That's the difference. Isn't he a winger? Yeah. He could play in that 10, right? He could play in that 10. He could play in that little wide 10 kind of ish area. I don't know. Pulisic kind of just threw me off. I didn't even know he was a thing. I forgot all about him, but he got bigger fish to fry. Where was I? Oh yeah. So yeah, man, I think I'm just scared of what's gonna happen. I'm scared of what's gonna happen in about 8 or 9 days, bro. And I don't think we beat Chelsea. And this isn't helping AMORIM at all. These losses aren't helping him. He's not. This is no good. You can't be like this. And everybody that wants to say, "Oh, well, you're AMORIM out," then go fuck yourself. Like, I'm not AMORIM out at all. I just can't see you losing that many games, and we can't string together 3 and 4 wins at a time. But yet we're in Europa undefeated. It's crazy. I'm calling it out, boys. The quiet business behind the scenes. Trincao coming to United next season. Okay. I'm not against this. I would like Ait Nori. I would like him too. Cunha, Ait Nori, just go ahead and take them up. There's a lot of guys I like at this team. And there's no coming back if we lose to Spurs. Bro, if we lose to Spurs, dog. And like everybody's like, oh, well, we got European pedigree. This team doesn't. This team has no pedigree. This team is 17th. If let's just use y'all's logic, right? To be like, oh, well, Man United, we've been there before. That's what's gonna help us get over the pitch. They've never won anything. This team has never been 17th. They haven't been 17th in a long time. This team doesn't know what it's like to win a European title. This entire team, except for 2 guys, have no idea what it's like. So that just works against your argument there. None of that stuff is real. Like, scientists have already debunked this whole momentum thing, this whole the hot hand or maintaining form. This is all stuff that we say that sounds good. But like scientifically, it had the universe gives no fuck about if you won 19 Champions Leagues come Wednesday. The universe cares nothing about that. The ball has to roll on the pitch and you got to win it. And somebody got to want it more. So unless we talking X's and O's, all that pedigree and stuff like that goes out the window. 100%. Are you Samoan, brother? That is hilarious. That is hilarious. No, I am not Samoan. Shouts to all my Samoans, all my Polynesian brothers, all my Hawaiian brothers, all of them out there tapping in. We got a little contingent going on at the pub, but no, I am not Samoan. I'm not. That's crazy. Big up from Detroit, Michigan. I want ETH arrested and face a prison sentence for what he did to us with those awful sightings AMORIM has inherited. Shouts to Motor City, man. Shouts to Coney's. That's in there, right? I've never been to Detroit. I gotta go to Detroit. I'll put with Detroit basketball, baby. But no, man. Yeah, he used to be, bro. The Ahmad thing is the biggest thing for me, gang. That is the biggest thing for me is him not playing Ahmad, dude. That's insane. And then just to watch what Ahmad's doing now. But for him to not see, and this goes back, Mark Green one time said that you should start Anthony over Ahmad. And that the manager knows best. Did he? Because his job's gone. So, and he still doesn't have a job. So it is what it is. RSV says ETH facilitated the moves for Hoyland through his SEG agency, Anthony Onan, etc. He wanted full control on the transfer that refused to work with Rangnick. Yeah, he was a criminal, bro. He was 100% a criminal. Like, no question. And then he was a fool because he would just always go afterwards and just say things. And it's like, dog, do you want to keep this job or not? We should have cut him after we won. Once we got into the final, we should have said, you know what? Win or lose, you're losing your job anyway. So I don't know if that would have had any bearing on the players, but like, win or lose, you're losing your job. We shouldn't have played these games that we played, and we played around with him. We were flirting with other managers in his face. You know what I'm saying? It just made just bad tactics from Man United. Bad. And then what football style would you like to see? Counterattack, tiki-taka, long ball? Tiki-taka. I think with the game is increasingly growing with these press intervals, right? Where guys are pressing in 6 and 10 seconds and then getting back into their shape, depending on what part of the pitch they're on. Tiki-taka to play around pressing, but you need a certain type of players to do that. And tiki-taka is kind of dying out because we have, in certain teams will never play that because they only have athletes. They don't have like tactical guys, like clinical guys that can do the one pass and get it going. They have a bunch of athletes because everybody just wants to press and run for 90 minutes. So you have to be able to do that. But I would love to see that really make a real comeback into the game. Like if you looked at PSG, how they were attacking a lot of times, they were on the counter, but there was times where they had the ball against Arsenal and they were playing around them so easily because their midfield three knew what the fuck was going on. They were in tune to get open, and then they just pinged it wide if it got in any trouble. Man United does not do that for whatever fucking reason. I don't understand. Well, no, we don't do it against teams in the Prem because in the Prem is where you're going to see the most pressing. You're going to see the most physicality in the Prem. So, I don't know. I would like to see some more tiki-taka, though. I did like counterattack for... Listen, if counterattack works, like how it was working under Oli, if we're a counterattacking team, I have no problem with that, right? But you also have going to have times where you're going to have to break down. Not everybody's going to, teams are going to let you have the ball. So you have to be able to break down a 10-man wall. And if you can't do that, then you're in trouble. RSV, I'm glad AMORIM is being honest and putting the club first before himself and the players, unlike ETH who spoke BS. Like, we have to stick to the plan. Players have to stick to the plan. Yeah, 100%. And I also like that he's not getting away from, fuck all that talking that y'all talking about. This is the worst season. This season sucks. Yeah, we in the final, but don't get it fucked up. We stink. I love that. I think he talks too much. Not that he's talking too much, but his media time is too much. Like, they're making him do too much media at this point. But biggest club in the world, that's what's going to happen. Dude deserves a medal for coming on into the shitstorm midseason, even though he wanted to wait. We wouldn't be in the final if AMORIM hadn't come, in my opinion. I think we would have still been in the final because we're a cup team. We are a cup team. Like, I think ETH would have had the stones to get us to a cup final because that's what he's already done it twice. So like that's what he does. But in the league, no. In the Premier League, we're outmatched and out tactic every time. I'm also impressed with AMORIM's management skills. I like the way he dealt with Rashford, which is opposite to the way ETA handles. Listen, this is what I said about Erik ten Hag on Sancho. I said he started that. But Sancho is such a petulant little child, he didn't let it go. And he also didn't want to be there. It's so funny that, like, they get into this argument right when his forms dropped. And now he wants to, and then he's saying all this stuff after the fact, like, Sancho, you don't have pace. And the dribbling that you used to do 2 and 3 years ago, people have figured that out. So, like, the way ETH handled Sancho was fucking insane because he started that shit, and Sancho just finished it in a way. And then, like, bro lost his job behind it. And Sancho's that's one of those situations where nobody won. and then who lost the most? Us. We lost the most because we went 2 and 3 and 4 years looking at Jadon Sancho like this is going to be our guy for us to get a manager, alienate the guy. The guy alienates the club, and then he's gone now. And now what? We're up Shit's Creek with no paddle. So we always lose at the end when this shit happens because we're going to be here. The managers are going to be gone. The managers are going to go. The fair weather fans, they're going to go. But the guys that's been watching like you and me, we're going to be here and we're going to have to fucking deal with it. So that's the bullshit. We won't win one game we won one game in 2 years in Euro with ETH. Okay. Well, that's fair. That's fair. That has no bearing on what we're talking about here, though, because like we also won 2 trophies with them. So with in this Europa League, especially with the rule change, we've heavily benefited from the rule change too. Don't get that fucked up. With guys not being able to drop out of the Champions League and come into better opposition dropping in, we benefited from this 100%. So. We had an easier walk than most people, most years past. Probably since when we beat Ajax for the title that one time for Europa, that was an easy walk. Like everybody knew we were going to be Ajax that year, but like they had drop-ins. We didn't have that this year. So, did he win a game this season in Euro with United? Didn't he win the first few games? Did he not? Y'all have to look it up. I think he won the first before AMORIM got the job. He had won or at least drew 3 games. I think we get there. I think we would still get there. I love that level of competition as much as fierce as it was. It kind of showed us where our levels are, right? in a way, right? It showed us where we were. So I don't know, bro. I don't know. ETH, yes. And that management before him, they let the Anthony thing was crazy because I remember distinctly, and we could talk about Anthony for 1 second because he's tearing it up right now. He's tearing it up. Like the goals he's hitting now, but if you look at how they're playing, he's able to walk to the line. He's able to walk to the 12-yard box and be like, and knock one in casually, whereas he would have been closed out and be rushed and like all kinds of stuff. Is like he's able to do these type of things in these competitions, playing, competition we typically don't play. I don't even want to say like less or whatever. Like I don't like that, but the competition that we're used to playing as opposed to what he's playing now, you know what I'm saying? It's different, and he's able to have time on the ball to figure shit out. So yeah, but with Anthony, bro, I remember talking to IX fans beforehand because we got a little bit of here in Atlanta. Shouts to Brew House. I talked to a couple guys and I was like, yo, is he really the real deal, bro? Like, because like if he was a real deal, wouldn't you guys want to keep him? Like, even though you guys are sellers, you're like a selling club in a way. You guys always create talent that you go on to get for big money. Like, is he the guy? And they're like, yeah, but I don't know why you guys want to pay $100 million for him. And I'm like, from when I heard that, I said, okay, yeah, something's there now, bro. Something is there now. Like, and I started watching, and then towards the end of when we were ready to sign him, he was regressing. He wasn't having the form that he was having that was getting him the looks he was getting. Towards the time we were about to put ink to page, he was regressing. So that's neither here nor there. Here we are now. So ETH drew his first 3 games and only won after, and we only won after he left. Okay. That's fair. That's fair. Once again, I don't like to deal in stuff like this. Like, we would have done this. There's no saying. You can't say. Like, you can infer whatever you want, but like, okay, like I think we still could have gotten it, but we'll never know. You know what I'm saying? We'll just never know that. You say that, and I say I think we'll never know. If we won Europa, we definitely celebrate. But as far as winning it, the fans will be an avatar to worship Ange, bro. Oh, they're shameless. But like they haven't won anything in a long time. So like, yeah, of course they would have every reason to celebrate. If we win, it's like, yeah, we can celebrate, and I'm gonna be happy, and I'm gonna be on the piss, and it's gonna be fun. I probably won't be on that much of a piss because it's on a Wednesday. But like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't feel good about this game. I don't. I'll just be honest. I know my mind will change over the weekend, but with how we've been performing, I don't feel good about this game. I don't feel. I know they won't have Madison. They won't have Madison, but they'll have enough to beat us. They'll have enough to beat us. Hell, why wouldn't they? Southampton was giving us a game. They're playing us off the park for a long time until it became that was the game. We saw Ahmed go crazy. All depends on who our defense is. Yeah, that's another thing. It's so much like caveats. Like it depends on this. It depends on that. Depends. Like I don't know. They got Son back. See, that's never good. That's never good. Who's he gonna have to go up against? Is he going up against Maz? That's going to be box office. I want to see that because Maz does a decent job on certain guys. So Maz versus Son or Maz versus Dorgu, they got Son back, bro. Yeah. I rate Son. I just think he should have left when he had the chance. I don't even trust Onana to save a folder. Hey, listen. Chill on Onana for a second because he's been quiet. He's been quietly not causing us to lose games. So, he's been quiet. He hasn't had to do much recently. But, yeah, no, I still don't trust him. And I still think he needs to go. And I don't think he's going to go. They're talking about Saudi. There's a little talk, so like there's little chirps about him going to Saudi or whatever because he's gotten the big money. The thing is, when you get the big money at Man United, you start living a certain way. And now, you know what I'm saying, you want to get that big money elsewhere for the final stretch of your contract. Evan De Gea was trying to get that too, respectfully, and he deserved that money. But like, you don't do it here, brother. You need to go about your business. It's not happening here, bro. It's not gonna happen. Also, what's that crazy shit about him losing his car? Like he let his mans drive his car and they didn't have insurance. Listen here, brother. You're a millionaire, like millions upon millions of dollars. Hire somebody to sort that out for you. Pay them a little $50,000 a year and let them sort that out for you. What are you doing? They're about to crush your car now. But I don't know why that's even news, but English media, you know what that is. English media. He ain't parried a ball to the opposing striker's feet in a while. Hey, and that's all God could ask for. That's all we could ask for as United fans. Hey, we go out there and you say, listen, Onana, just don't do nothing stupid. Just don't do nothing stupid. The passing's been okay. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't did nothing stupid in a while. So we can live with that. We can live with that. I just don't feel good about the game. My mind will change, though. Ken Will, Wagwan. I don't know where you stand, but I just don't get the calls for Ruben sacking. You just paid for him. You're about to pay him out if you sack him. So dumb. So here's where I stand. Great fucking comment. Everybody's been great comments tonight. Great comments tonight. Shouts to y'all. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell. We're on 3 and 4 times a week. We got history. We got all that stuff. We're going to start trivia. I'm going to do my own show, and I'm going to start doing the deep dives and historical content. But shouts to everybody tonight. But yes, where I stand is that I want to keep AMORIM because I think he's a football mind that we need. And I think he's a good coach in certain situations. And like, I think there's a manager there that can do something for us. But am I sold on him with the Premier League bullshit that's been going on? No, I'm not a fan of that. I do not like that. I'm not a fan of him winning 6 games in 23 in the Prem. No, I don't like that. I don't like it. I mean, the Europa League, we're playing all kinds of different competition, but we're playing a Real Sociedad team that wasn't good enough. Last season, we deserve. So I agree with you 100%. Before I move on, I 100% agree with you that we will be paying more money to get rid of him. It doesn't make any sense. But that's kind of. But you know what? All these comments, right? We were saying all of this for Eric Ten Hag towards the end. I was saying it. I know I was. I was like, yo, but the difference is he had his guys and he spent a fuck ton of money. So, you know, and you're saying that now these are literally not his players. Yeah, 100%. They're not his players. He needs more time. He needs more time in the job, regardless of how fucked up people in the head are. And like, we live in this microwave society, bro. Like, we live in this microwave fucking society where it's like, do something for me now. If you're not doing it now, what are you doing? Come on, please. And then like, you know, if you're not like, look at Arsenal, for example. Arsenal, they want to get rid of their guy, and he's taking them the farthest that they've ever been in a long time. They're just one striker away from winning the league, I feel like. And like, they want to get rid of him now. They hate him now. Nah, man. You stick with guys like that you stick with it. And we need to have some stick-to-itiveness a little bit. We just need that. Like, I wanted to do with Ten Hag. Ten Hag failed. All right, cool. Last season we deserved to finish 14th or 15th. We only finished 8th because we outperformed out XG numerous times with McTominay and to extend Bruno and Rashford bailing us out. Oh yeah. We were way worse. We're way worse now than we were back then. But yeah, we should have definitely. The league was bad. I think the league is actually bad this year too. Given, you know, Tottenham is right next to us, and I don't know. It's tough. It's definitely tough. These are literally not his players on gang. I won't let sentimentality and my emotions cloud my judgment. Last season's finish, for sure. I do support AMORIM because he understands the psychology of a player, and he really has good man management skills. I agree. I think, and you have to have that in today's social media times. Where and I'm not one of those old heads that's like, oh, these kids are soft and but these kids are more vocal. They have more options now. So you really gotta be a good man management in today's time. That hard nosed shit ain't gonna work all the time. There's a place for it, but it doesn't work all the time. When AMORIM come in, I think he was informed about Rashford, Sancho, and everybody regarding behavior issues on and off the pitch. I think, yeah, they get a briefing. And they're good to know. They're definitely good to know. He gave Rashford his chance, but we fell short. He excluded him from the team, hence severing any ties with the senior squad. He minimized the damage by doing that 100%. He did it at the right time too. But it was also, and I remember once saying this, like, damn, we could use a roster right now where we're struggling for wingers, but we made it through that storm so far. So, yeah. He knew exactly what Rashford meant to the club and to fans, but he knew exactly what impact the decision would have on the team. Also, Rashford kind of quit. Rashford quit on the team. Like, in so many words, saying you want, like, okay, look at the difference between Trent Alexander-Arnold and Rashford, right? Trent Alexander-Arnold ran his contract down and people are mad at him for it. But what did he do? He won everything for Liverpool, right? And he's a Liverpudlian. So, like, I don't understand why they're mad. Whereas Rashford is talking about, I want a new challenge. Bitch made boy, you haven't won anything here yet. What are you talking about? You want a new challenge? What do you mean by that? That you have not won the biggest thing here yet. The two biggest things yet we haven't done yet. So the challenge is still on. You just don't want to be here anymore. And everybody deserves a change. So I wish you would have just said it like that. Like, hey, I just don't want to be here no more. I just feel like I'm not useful here and I want to try something else. That would have been a better response from me and it would have been more honest. This whole I want to try new challenges. So, okay, whatever. Sure. He didn't care about Rashford's reputation might impact the club. He only cared about the reaction of the team and was right. Garnacho being the first example to hit the reset button. Hey, Garnacho shipped up. He definitely shipped up. As proper man management, he did it differently. He talked about it. He described it differently in the media, and he was completely different compared to ETH. 100%. 100%. Great comments. Great fucking comments. General, I know it will stay there, but he has also eliminated player power and the leaks. No leaks in a while. And yeah, he's letting you guys know, if you don't want to play here, gang, we will have you over there somewhere, over there, and you will get lunches, not from Man United, but from DoorDash, and you will train over there with the under 16s, and you might play with them. Go over there and figure it out. I love that. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't want to be here and you just want to nick a living, that's fine. You could do that. But you'll do it over there out of sight, and it's going to kill your brand. And that's what you have to do. You might have to eat a couple payments of 250 or 200,000 every week. But, like, until these guys get on their ass and say, hey, I want to move out of here. They're not playing me, whatever the case may be. There's no chance for me to get back in the team. I still think there's a little chance for Rashford to come back to Man United and make something happen because he's the Manchester kid. But I think AMORIM really don't want him there. And it's probably right. What I'm hearing is that Rashford is making rumbles that he wants to come back. But these aren't verified yet. So there's that. This season we've underperformed our XG. We are no longer conceding over 20 shots against relegation father teams. We did under ETH and getting smashed by Big Six rivals under both ETH. And yeah, that's true. I mean, look though, we're beating all the people around us. But we just haven't made that jump to the next level. We're just not making it. Come on. 6 doubles. We have people do the double on us 6 times. That's no good. Overall performances have not been bad. We just can't score goals because our striker force is the worst. I think that's what makes it bad, though. If you can't score goals, you can't win the game. I know that's simple as fuck to say, and like it's reductionist as hell, and what you're saying is 100% right. We have gotten away from Onana getting peppered with shots. 100%. But at the same time, what I see a lot of the time is that midfield's still not there yet. That midfield's still not put together there yet and strong enough to where it only takes 1 or 2 or 3 passes to unlock us, and then you're in. Look at what happened against Lyon and how they were more dangerous once they went down 10. Guys get more dangerous against us than when they lose a man. That is insane. But we have mitigated the 20 shots. Because remember that one time Onana faced like 200, 300 shots in a season or in like half the season. And everybody was like, he's shit. And it's like, yo, if I shot 200 shots at you, you're not going to save 90% of them. What do you think? You're going to save about 20% of those bitches. So we have to mitigate that. And people forget about those kind of nuance RSV. They forget about that kind of nuance in football 100%. So, yeah, I don't think we're terrible in the idea that, like, I mean, there's the 3 terrible teams are going down, but there's something to be said about not being able to score when, one, you're big Man United that's paid a lot of money, and then 2, it's like you're depending on Bruno to bail you out of every game, and that's what we do. So there's something to be said about that. I think AMORIM needs to take a little bit of that on his plate. A little bit of it needs to go on him. I don't think he's completely blameless. Let's say that. I don't think he's completely blameless because there's some people that will contend like he's not blameless. He's completely blameless. There's nothing wrong with him. He's doing everything. He's trying everything. And it's like, yes, 100%. But just like the quarterback of a football team, okay? I don't know who the hell this is. I don't know why they put me in this. But just like the quarterback of a football team, you're going to take the blame when you lose, even if it's the defense that's fucking up. It's going to be on you. It's like, why didn't you score more? Why didn't you affect the game more? Why didn't you keep the ball longer? It's always going to be on you, right? It's sad. What's also annoying is that we conceded a lot of goals due to individual mistakes. A lot of it from our goalkeeper. Our goalkeeper has literally lost us at least 6 games on his own. That's unprecedented. Listen, as bad as David De Gea was in the last 2 seasons at being United, he was bad. Lock that into your brains, guys. He was bad, and he needed to move on. He was making too many, especially against his West Ham team. He was making too many mistakes, but he was never as bad as Onana is. Never as bad. 100%. Unless you're the Bears, then you blame your O-line. Yeah. Or unless you're the Pittsburgh Steelers, you blame your coach. Right, you blame your coach, but then like you never make the team better. So it's like, we talking football now. We talking football. Shouts, are you a Bears fan, General? Are you a Bears? Shouts to everybody. If you're American, you watch American football. What team? What are you a fan of here? We talk shit about that a little bit here too. Yeah, AMORIM is not without blame. He's not without blame. He has some blame in this. I think he does things that he gets it wrong. He's human. Fergie got it wrong. People wanted Fergie's job at one point in time, So there's that. No, I'm a Chargers fan. That's different. I've never met a Chargers fan in my life. I'll be 100% honest. I didn't even know, that's crazy. Shouts to the Chargers. I just want to rant about Mavs getting the first pick as well. That's tough. You got to build. You have to build. That team's still a long way away, but getting the first pick is a good deal. This is a weak draft, though. Outside the first 5 picks, it ain't really hitting on much, but shouts to the Mavs. We're about an hour in, man. I think I'm going to end it there. Let's see. We got some more comments. Life has been depressing as a Lions, Pistons, and United fan. Boy, I am a Knicks fan. Okay, I am a Knicks fan. I'm a Giants fan. I will say this. I live in Atlanta. I've been living here a long time. I don't hate the Falcons. I'll even say I support the Falcons a little bit. You know what I'm saying? If they're doing well. I'm not a hater of the Falcons. I'm not a hater of the Hawks. I've gone to many Hawks games, sat on the floor, all that stuff. But it's sad. It's been sad as a Giants fan and a Knicks fan. Even though Knicks are doing good right now, but I think we're going to lose to the Celtics 100%. But it has been depressing. I understand the Lions is crazy because y'all just did well. I don't know what happened in the playoffs. And the Pistons, they just ran out of steam. They just ran out of steam is all. Lions have kind of peaked in my opinion. Okay. I still think your coach is very good and you have a chance to do something great. The door is just closing. That's all. The door is closing. The shelf life is shelf lifing. But yeah, man, shouts to everybody that's in the chat, man. Welcome. We had a bunch of people in. It's normally multiple people here. And we also like to have y'all on. So, comment. I mean, go ahead and join us on our Facebook. We got 18. What is the hell is it on our Facebook now? We got Stateside Reds on Facebook. Join that. And then you could drop us an email. Go ahead and say what you got to say. You could drop us your email. We can get you on the show. We could talk. We got Mr. Green on there. Mr. Green is a fan from Canada. He was a fan of United from Canada. He started watching our show. He liked what we had going on. Now he's on regularly now. So we want to have a big community of people on, Americans, wherever, Canadians, Mexicans, wherever the hell you from. Go ahead and drop us in there. I do have a fear that our line coaches like MIKEY Arteta who can't get it over the line. One last comment. That's tough. That is tough. But the thing is, he ain't been there long enough yet. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just gotten to this mountaintop. So he's still got a little bit of time. Yeah, he still has a little bit of time before we start calling him that. But I think you guys have a good team. You have a decent offensive line. The run game could improve a little bit more to get you, and then passing the ball is You got one of the best receivers in the game. Maybe need to add to that. But the defense is solid, and you got it. Your coach is good. You guys are blessed. Now the Giants. Now, come on, now we stink. Just a little football talk. Jen Will, say what you got to say, man. I'm wrapping this up. Say what you got to say. I'm waiting on you. Yeah, shouts to Mr. Green. Yeah, this guy right here, Mr. Green. He's a part of our team now, and he just was, we're growing this thing, and I hope to see a lot of y'all in Atlanta. If you come down for the game, you come down to Atlanta. I got pints for you. I got shirts for you. I got all kinds of stuff if you end up seeing. So she's like, I said it. Okay, yeah. So it was the Mavs thing. Okay, yeah. House to the Mavs. But that's been those. No, it's not those Atlanta. The South got something to say. I've been your boy Mikey, man. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. That's gonna. I said Adam Silver is a terrorist. Very true. We will end on that note. He is bad. He's weird too, bro. He's a weird looking dude too. Anywho, much love to y'all. Everybody's gonna watch this in the future. Just drop us a little comment, man. And yeah, thanks for watching, bro. Much love. Till next time.